Welcome to the first episode of Fuel Your Fire, where we will discuss all things chasing big wave surf in this amazing sport that we love. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ben. I am a professional surfer originally from Sydney, Australia, now living in France. I have been fortunate enough to travel all over the world chasing big waves for a living. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. I want to share my experiences with you guys. I want to tell you about the preparation it takes to chase these big swells, how we forecast them, what kind of boards we use, the tow-in process, everything that goes into preparing for these big swells. So make sure to subscribe because there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff coming up. In this first episode, I thought I'd take you through a swell that I recently chased in December last year. It was an amazing swell. We were pleasantly surprised by the size that came out of it. And I just wanted to show you what goes into planning something like this. Okay, so as soon as I saw this swell coming in on the models, I knew I had to go somewhere. It was looking like a storm that could produce some big waves, but I just wasn't sure where. So I started looking at all the different models. This is something that I do every day, whether I'm at home or on the road. As soon as there's a storm forming, I start looking at the models to see where it's going to go, how strong the low pressure system is, and then try and figure out where I need to be to catch it. So this is something that I do constantly, whether it's on my phone or on my laptop when I get home from a surf. So after looking at all the different models, I figured there were two places that it could potentially go. One would be Portugal, which is not too far away from where I live. But the models weren't looking super promising there. And the other option was to go back to my roots, go all the way back to Australia. So I decided to go back to Australia. That's where I grew up. That's where I learned to surf. And there are some spots back there that are really suited for big swells. And I knew that even if the swell didn't quite make it to those spots, there would still be some fun surf to be had. So that was the decision. I just got on a plane and flew back to Australia. Now, one of the benefits of going somewhere like Australia is that it's not too hard to find a big wave. You just have to look for it. And there are so many spots that are good in big surf. So I knew that whatever I found, it was probably going to be good. So I got back to Australia and met up with a couple of friends, Bruce and Harry Street, who are brothers and they live in Sydney. And I knew they were keen to go surfing. So I asked them where they wanted to go. He said, let's go check out the south. So we headed down south, drove past Wollongong Kiama, a couple of those spots, and eventually got down to a spot called Marimalai, which is near a town called Bateman's Bay. We got there, and the conditions looked really nice. There was a northerly wind blowing, which is offshore for this spot, and the swell was already starting to build, so it was looking pretty promising. But we still weren't exactly sure how big the swell was going to be. All we had was the model forecast, which was predicting around 8 to 9 foot, maybe even bigger. So that's what we were expecting. The next day came around and the swell had definitely built overnight. We got there and it was firing. Couldn't believe how big the waves were. It was solid 10 to 12 foot, even bigger. I've been surfing this spot for many years now, and I don't think I've ever seen it bigger than what it was on this day. So it was really cool. The idea behind this series is to show you what it takes to prepare for a swell like this. So I towed in a few surfers that day. First I towed in Harry Street and then I went back out and got Bruce. Both of them ended up getting some amazing barrels. I got some footage of Harry and Bruce surfing that day. Fortunately, my camera broke, so I lost all the footage that I got that day. But luckily, Harry Street was kind enough to send me some photos that he took from his drone, and they turned out great. You can see just how big the waves were that day. The pictures speak for themselves. It was a massive day. I wish I could have gotten more footage of it. Unfortunately, my camera broke, but that's just part of the deal, you know? Sometimes your gear breaks, sometimes you lose your stuff. That's just what happens when you're traveling around the world chasing big waves. That's why I started this channel, though. To be able to share all of the experiences that come along with this kind of lifestyle, it's not always easy being on the road, especially when you're traveling alone. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of ups and downs. I'm hoping that by sharing my experiences, whether it's towing a big wave or finding a good time at a local break, it can inspire people to get out and chase their own dreams. This was definitely one of those days, you know, when you're out there on a massive wave, and you're just in the moment. You're just feeling so much adrenaline, so much excitement. It's just such a rush. It's good. And then when you make it back to shore, you feel like you can conquer anything. So yeah, that's what this channel is all about. I want to share all of those experiences with you guys. I also want to hear about your experiences. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you've been up to, what kind of waves you've been surfing, any stories that you have, any advice you want to give. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Fuel Your Fire. If you did, please smash that subscribe button. Make sure to follow me on social media as well. There'll be lots of cool stuff going on over there too. I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to learn how to surf bigger waves with more confidence, check out my online coaching platform. It's full of tips and tutorials to help you take your surfing to the next level. You can watch it on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, wherever you want to learn. And it's all done at your own pace. I'm always adding new videos, and there's something for everyone. So check it out and happy surfing.